Good morning and welcome to our Advent midweek reflection. So, the BBC has just published a list of the world's most inspiring women. It's the top 100. I don't know how they came up with that or who their judging panel was, but anyway, there it is. And it's good fun to look at it actually, and indeed, they are really inspiring women. And half of them, so that's 50 of them, come from Afghanistan. Which I was really heartened by. And I thought, actually, maybe they've been chosen because they're women that are striking out in the midst of adversity. They're forging ahead and they're giving voice to women's rights, children's rights. And these people are just drawn from all walks of society: magistrates, film producers, fashion designers, educationalists, and so the list goes on. It really is an inspiring list. And I looked at it and I thought, what's the consistent theme here? I haven't done any huge analysis. I was just looking at it over my coffee this morning. But I thought, well, what's the consistent theme? And of course, all these women are concerned with justice and mercy and peace and equality. And you can see where it's going, can't you? Of course, they are the very things that God is concerned with. The very things that God is concerned with. Back to this article, and it says, rather interestingly, these women are hitting the reset button on society. And that really made me think, hitting the reset button. And of course, that's what the Christmas story is all about, hitting the reset button. God is hitting the reset button through the gift of Jesus. Jesus, who came and was just a great example to us in how he lived and how he modelled compassion and mercy and justice and peace and equality, particularly equality for people. We're all precious and equal in the sight of God, and he taught us that. But more than that, he came as the saviour of the world, not just an infant babe in the crib, although it's really important that we do acknowledge that and start the story there, because he came to us in a very humble state. And that's really important that we see that. I think it was rather clever of God too. So it's important that we recognise that, but that we go on to see that he is actually really hitting the reset button and clearing the path for us to come back to God. Then I went back to the list again and I thought about these 100 inspiring women, and of course I thought of Mary, Jesus's mother. Here she is, a humble, lowly maid, really, and she finds herself pregnant and she's not even married. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that in a Middle Eastern society where women certainly didn't feature really? But she's amazing. Does she moan? Does she grumble? No. She accepts what she's been given. And she does two things. The first thing is, of course, she goes to speak to another woman. I love that. She goes off to find another woman. And you can imagine them, not over a cappuccino, but whatever the equivalent was of the day, coming together. And she comes to share her news that God has favoured her. An angel has appeared to her and told her that she is carrying the Christ child. And Elizabeth, her older cousin, absolutely delighted for her, also has some news. God has gifted her as well, and she too is going to bear a child, and that child will be John the Baptist. And of course, John the Baptist goes on to declare that the Christ is with us, that Jesus is with us. So these two really wonderful, humble, lowly women are blessed by God. And certainly Mary is very blessed as she has the privilege and the joy of carrying the Christ child. And the second thing she does is she thanks God. She thanks God for this gift, and she thanks God for this privilege. She claims it. She claims the responsibility, and she sees it as a joy. And I really am inspired by that. And you know, I'd put her at the top of my list of 100 women any day, because she says yes to God. And in saying yes to God, everything else flows from it. I just thought it'd be really nice to end with her song of praise, and we know it as the Magnificat. And do come along to the carol service, you'll hear it read out there. And I think it's a passage we shouldn't just read at Christmas, actually. Maybe we can take it beyond Advent and Christmas and well into the new year. And just be like Mary and say yes and put Christ at the centre of our lives. Just wanted to turn the camera around and give us this picture of the Nativity as I read the Magnificat. My soul glorifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Saviour, for he has been mindful of the humble state of his servant. From now on, all generations will call me blessed, for the Mighty One has done great things for me, and holy is his name. His mercy extends to those who fear him from generation to generation. He has performed mighty deeds with his arm. He has scattered those who are proud in their inmost thoughts. He has brought down rulers from their thrones, but has lifted up the humble. He has filled the hungry with good things, but has sent the rich away empty. He has helped his servant Israel, remembering to be merciful to Abraham and his descendants forever, even as he said to our fathers. Have a blessed day as you go on your way, and may we all say yes.